Click the start, and here we go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're back out in Tennessee with the Corvette Z06, and today we're doing a video on the different types of launch control in the Z06 as well as burnout mode. There's a few different things you could do with regards to launch RPM, the slip ratio, and a double clutch release manual launch that I read about in the manual. I also brought my Draggy, and we're going to compare the car's built-in telemetry system. So it's got a built-in video telemetry system which measures quarter mile, 0 to 60 and so forth. I want to compare that against the new Draggy. So the new Draggy's got better battery life, tracks more satellites, it offers smoother acceleration graphs and so forth. And we're going to compare the Draggy against the built-in data recorder in the Z06. So we're going to head out to Foothills Parkway right now, give it some rips, and check out the different modes for burnout mode as well as the different launch control methods. Let's hit it. All right, so first step using the data recorder, you got to put an SD card in the slot, which is located in the glove box right here. Then press the home button. You scroll over to PDR, Performance Data Recorder. We've got the SD card in here. Now you can check different previews of what you want. So we got the track preview here. There's the sport preview here, which looks a little different. And then if you go back to here, there's a timing preview as well. So on the timing preview, you hit configure, and then you can select what metrics you're going. So we got 0 to 60, 0 to 100, 100 to 0 to 100 to 0, quarter mile, and then you can do custom as well. Here we go, we need some gas first. I got my assistant Jacob with me today. Ben's in the other car. How you like the Z06?
This is the best car I've ever.
Yeah? Out of all my cars, this is your favorite?
Besides the Ford GT.
Oh, besides the old Ford GT. Okay. This car sounds incredible, huh?
Sounds amazing.
All right, so we're going to the Foothills, which I think you've been on before, but not in a sports car, right?
Not in the Z06.
Gotcha. Roads. You like the roads?
So windy.
What's that?
So windy.
Very windy. Woo! All right, so first up, how to engage launch control in the Corvette Z06. First up, there's a button here called the Z mode. If you press this button twice, this is the shortcut to get these settings in all the correct modes. Traction control is off, as you can see, and then you use these little scroll buttons here to go left and right to the performance page. So once you're on the performance page, it might come up as the lap timer. And you scroll down with this button here, you get to the performance doing the G-forces. Scroll down again, you get to the launch control section. At this point, you put your left foot on the brake and your right foot on the throttle to engage launch control. But before we do that, if you press in, there's an options button. If you press there, you can go from automatic launch control down to custom. If we go to custom, this is where you can modify the RPM launch and as well as the slip percentage. So if you click enter again, you can raise the launches all the way up to, I believe, 5,000 RPM. So we'll set it at 4, and then you can also modify the slip of the transmission. So you can go all the way down to, let's see how low we can go, down to 5% slip, or scroll all the way up to 10%. So the different slip modes is basically, you know, how hard it actually launches once you come off the line. So at a track, optimum would be the highest launch RPM and the least amount of slip. Now for scenarios where you're on the street, you can just kind of play with it. So if you increase the slip a little bit, it'll slip the clutch a little longer, it'll give you a little better launch. You got it? All right, launch control demo, here we go. Now Chevy also has a burnout mode, and where you pull both paddles in, the D flashes, and then you can apply full throttle, then let go, apply the brakes, and do a burnout. That didn't work. All right, so burnout mode's not working. I think it's just too much traction. It's really not getting any spin. It's really weird. So we're just gonna test another version of the launch control now. I'm gonna go ahead and set it at 5,000 RPM and a slip of 7. Let's see how it goes. All right, launch control test, draggy versus built-in PDR. There we go. That was working. There we go. That's a little better, huh? So that definitely did not go as planned for burnout mode. My first mistake was I pulled both paddles back. I had my foot on the brake, then I gave it the full throttle. But you're not supposed to have your foot on the brake. So basically you come to a complete stop, pull both paddles back, give it full throttle, then let go of the paddles and the car will start to spin. At that point, you can get on the brakes slightly. It's a very delicate balance of getting on the brakes. Get on the brakes too much and the car just releases the clutch and stops. If you don't get on the brakes enough, it just kind of goes. And what I was seeing was it wasn't getting enough wheel spin. It was almost like it's got too much traction, not enough wheel spin, and then it just would just go. However, at a drag strip where we can put the back of the car in a water box, I feel like it would do a little bit better. We'd be able to get some more wheel spin down and get some time before we can actually apply a little bit of the brakes on the front. Not necessarily to get a lot of heat in the tires, but at least to get the tires cleaned off for any drag strip runs. As for the 0 to 60 times, the best time this got was 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. Unfortunately, on that run, the draggy wasn't running, so I don't have anything to compare it to. The two subsequent runs, I think it said 0 to 60 and the Corvette PDR was 2.95, and the draggy with the rollout came in at like 3.1 or 3.2. So it seems like the Corvette PDR might be a little bit on the optimistic side of things, because I definitely would trust the draggy above what this car has built in. However, when we do some quarter-mile runs with the car, I'll make sure and do the PDR and the draggy, and then we can really see which is more accurate according to what the track reports. Either way, it seems like leaving the car in automatic launch mode did a little better today versus me raising the RPM and messing with the slip. If you got enough time to mess with all the settings, then you could definitely dial this car in. I think it's awesome that they included the ability to do both slip and RPMs and make changes to the launch as you're at the track. That's a wrap of today's video on how to do burnout mode, where it really didn't do burnout mode, and how to do launch mode in the Corvette Z06. As always, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, helps the video on the channel, and we'll see you next video.